Hey, Restore Church. This is Pastor Kevin here. I am here with Kristin Glander, and she has found some unique opportunities to be able to help out our community, especially the Children's Hospital. And so I just wanted to talk to her for a little bit and let her share how God has used her gifts and her abilities. So, Kristin, why don't you just quickly tell us about your family? You're married and you got a few kids, so why don't you tell us about that?
I am married. I've been married for 14 years this past February. My husband and I have 3 kids. Our oldest is 9, Malia. Cordy is just turned 4, and Russell will be 2 in 2 weeks. I'm also expecting our 4th baby, so, life's busy.
Yeah, life's crazy. And when are you due with the 4th one?
July 14th.
Wow. Okay. So hopefully we'll be through this mess and family and all that can be around for that.
Great.
So you're doing some face masks, and I know that you're making them mainly for the Children's Hospital. Could you tell us a little bit about why children's hospitals in general are important to you guys?
Sure. In January 2018, our oldest, Malia, was 7, and she was diagnosed with pre-B ALL, which is a type of pediatric leukemia. So CHKD has been huge for us as a family. They've been so supportive, and we've literally had to learn to trust our daughter's life into their hands. And between her doctors and her nurses and the specialists that she's seen for surgeries to place her port and all of the special things that she's had to have done, they've just all been amazing. And she loves them all. They've become like part of our family. So to see them struggling to protect themselves and their families, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do anything I could to help protect them the way they've protected her for 2.5 years.
And we're thankful for the progress that she has made, and lots of prayers. And I know that you have shared with us a lot about the prayers that you guys have sent up and for where she is. And where is she now? Like, is she in remission?
She is in remission. She has been in remission since day 8 of treatment, but with pediatric cancer, they have to keep treating for 2 years so that the cancer doesn't come back as soon as they stop, because when it does, then it comes back really aggressively and it's harder to get back into remission.
Yeah.
Right now, she is done with her chemo in clinic, and she is taking oral chemo, 2 different kinds. One she takes daily, one she takes once a week, and she is done with those next Sunday, the 26th.
Oh,
So she's
wow.
done with treatment.
Well, that's awesome. This is a celebration time too, then.
Yes, it is.
That's very cool. Through this time, Kristin, you and your family, even while I was in quarantine, you guys have dropped off some care packages to my family. And I know that you've done that for others. But what I wanted to talk about today was you are making face masks for the hospital. And could you just kind of tell us how many you've made and maybe some materials that you're trying to find?
Well, right now I have about 20 of them ready to go to the hospital on Wednesday with us. I'm trying to make more. I had to make a few at first to sell to get the funds to buy all the different fabrics, because you have to have 2 different colors so that they can tell the front from the back.
Hmm.
So to get all of that, I didn't have any of that. And I had to buy elastic and thread to match the different things. So yeah, I've got about 20, but I want to get about 50 of them there, because the nurses in the clinic need them. The nurses on the 8th floor where they have the cancer patients admitted when they need them. And they also want them for the families when they come in so that they can have the masks around the patients. So
Mm.
still a lot of ways to go, but I'm where I need to be now with materials, except for elastic. I can't find elastic anywhere. There seems to be a shortage. So I'm trying different things, yarn, cotton yarn, paracord, anything that I can do to make an attachment for the ears or around the
Right.
head for anybody to wear them.
So right now, elastic would be something, if somebody has some laying around, you could really use it.
Yeah, especially the smaller sizes. I have like the 1 inch that goes around the head, but not everybody wants them around their head.
Hmm.
So anything a 1/4 inch, an 1/8 of an inch, anything small like that that I can loop around the ears would be perfect.
Okay. All right. And then you said that you're getting ready to deliver 20 masks. What does that look like when you drop them off at the hospital? How does that work?
Well, since Malia's already going to be in clinic, I just go up to the place where she normally goes to clinic, and I hand them to the doctor that she sees, and she gets them to the other doctor, Dr. Lowe, who is actually being like the point of contact for them. And then they'll take the masks and they'll wash them all and disinfect them. And then some of them will stay in the clinic. Like if the kids come in and their mask is uncomfortable or they don't have a mask, they'll give them those masks, and then any other ones will go up to the eighth floor for the patients that are admitted and their families up there.
Okay. So that's amazing that, even through the turmoil that you and your family have faced, God has you in a place where you're able to help out right now. Being
Yeah.
able to get in the doors, because there's a lot of people we just couldn't get in. So it's amazing how God is orchestrating all of that. I know you shared with our small group last night, but how many masks have you made?
I've cranked out about 85 of them.
That's really awesome. 85 masks. And
Yeah.
that's 85 individuals that are able to help and continue to help. How can we help you? How can we donate? How can we maybe even purchase a mask to support you? What can we do to help?
I think right now with the purchasing, I mean, if somebody needs one, then absolutely I'm willing to make them. But like I said, I was able to sell some so that I was able to buy the materials I needed. Right now I have fabric, but if somebody has some laying around that they're just not going to use, by all means, if it's cotton, I can definitely use that. Give people a little more options about what patterns they are or whatever. I definitely need solid colors because, some of the prints I have are floral, and I
Yeah.
can't see you prancing around in a floral mask, Kevin.
I would do it for everybody else's safety.
I'm sure you would. But yeah, if I could get materials for men, all these places, my husband's been running around crazy trying to find like gray and blue and black, and nobody has them because everybody has bought them all out of Joann's and Michael's and Walmart.
Right. Kristin, I know that you need supplies, but also if you had some finances, you'd be able to go to the craft stores and Amazon and other websites and make purchases. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create through our giving, if you will earmark your giving through text or online giving, or even if you want to drop it by the church, you can drop it in the mail, or you can stop by the church and drop an envelope off. And we'll make sure that we earmark those funds for mask. If you will earmark it as mask, we'll make sure that those funds go to Kristin and anyone else that might be in our church helping out in this way to try to be a partner with this. Kristin, is there anything else that we can do for you and your family during these days?
We're pretty much set. This is pretty much how we have lived for the last 2.5 years, keeping our social distance from people when Malia's counts were low. So this is just a little bit more extreme than we're used to. We're missing our church family, but Zoom helps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome being able to get together with a small group, and we're a part of your small group.
Yeah.
And we have a good time just getting together and hearing the kids screaming in the background and knowing we're not alone.
Yes. It's nice to hear other people's kids screaming in the background for a change.
Exactly right. It's so good to know that we're not the only ones. All right. Well, Kristin, it's very good to talk to you. Glad to see you. Thank you for what you're doing. And we as a church are going to partner with you how we can. And we're just excited that God is using people in different ways to reach others and help others. And so we're praying for Malia, excited about her final treatment this week, and she will be in our prayers. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, look, have a good week, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. You too.